Hi everybody, my name is Seth K Bani, and in this particular video I want to show you how we create this trifold in Photoshop. But then I have a very important announcement for you. I don't want you to skip this video. Now when you are creating a trifold, it's quite different when you are creating a flyer. A trifold is special in its own capacity and in its own style. And one of the things to consider when a client asks you to design a trifold for them is two questions, okay, or two set of questions. The first question is you need to find out the type of trifold that the client wants, because the way we open the trifold is going to determine the kind of the placement or the arrangement of everything, the elements on the canvas. And so find out, and once they give the type of trifold that they want, now you can begin the design. The second thing is you need to find out the brand colors and then all the details as well. Okay, so find out the type of trifold and then find out the brand colors and then all the details. Now we have two types of trifold. Okay, so you can see these types and advise you research on it, but then these types determine how we flip the trifold or how we start from page 1 all the way to page 6. Now let's step into Photoshop. I am going to use the roll fold for this, and I'm only going to design the outer spread. And so let's go into Photoshop. Let me show you how I'll do my thing. Now I'm going to file and I'll go to new, and then I'm going to set it to centimeters. I'm going to click on the width. I'm going to set the width to 30, and then I'm going to set the height to 20, and then I'm going to set the resolution to 72 for now. But then as I'm done with everything and I want to send it to the client, I'll boost the resolution all the way to 300. I am doing this because I don't want my machine to slow down anytime I design. And then I'm going to call it trifold. Okay, and then I'm set RGB color. When I'm about to send it to the client, I'll set it to RGB and I'll also set it to CMYK, and I'll click on create. Now we have our trifold like this. I'm going to go to view menu and then go to new guard layout, or go to guards and then locate new guard layout. I'm also going to set here to 3. I'll set here to 2, and then I'll click on the margin, set here to 40 across board, click on clear existing guards and then center it like this, and I'll click on okay. Now my trifold is split into 3 equal parts, and that is what I want. I want to keep everything I want to work on inside the guides. Okay, so let's start with a background. I'm going to use a solid color, and I'm going to use 3 different colors because that's what the client wants. So 4A0000, and then I'll click on okay. I'm going to click and put everything in a group, and then I'll call it BG. Okay, great. So we are done with the background. Now we want to start with page 1. Page 1 starts from here according to the rule fold, and so I'll click on my menu, then I'll go and pick my rectangular to start from here all the way, bring it down, and then I'll go and make sure the stroke is off. I'll go to the fill, click on the color here, and then come and pick this particular color FFADO1. I'll click on OK. Now that's the yellowish color that I want to use, and so that is it. And I'm also going to give it a new layer, right click it, and then create clipping mask. Then I'm going to pick my brush, and then I'll set the color to color white here. Make sure my caps lock is off, increase it a little bit, and then click on this side. I'll click on my move tool, also make sure auto select is off, then drag it over here, Ctrl T to transform it, and then let's just elongate it a little bit, drag it somewhere here. And then what are we going to do? Let's set it to linear dodge, and then let's duplicate it again. This time let's increase the scale a little bit, and then right click it and then create clipping mask, and then let's reduce the opacity drastically all the way to around 40 something. Let's click on this one, let's drag the opacity all the way to maybe around 70 something as well. And I think we are done with the 2 of them. Now we want to go and bring our image, and I'm going to click on it and drag my image in there. I'll release it, and then I'll drag it like that, something like this. Now I get it, it's taken out of it. It doesn't really matter. The image is, as long as the face shows, and it's quite great. So I'll click on create clipping mask, and then I'll come and pick my rectangular tool and then create that over there, and then I'll double click it, and then I'm going to pick a dark brown color, and the color I want to use is 2A0101. okay, and then I'll drag it underneath the image. Sweet. Click on your move tool. Let's see everything. I feel like this is way better now. I also like to click on the image and then go and click on new layer mask, or sorry, new layer, right click it and then create clipping mask. And then what we are going to do is click on our brush. We want to give it, or give her, some glow effect to make it more captivating. I'll hold alt and pick the color there. Then I'll click on her shoulder at this point, go to the blending modes and set it to linear dodge. Interesting. Now click on a new layer again, hold alt and then click on it for it to clip to it, and then this time go and pick color white and then hit there again, go there and set it to linear dodge. Now I want you to increase it exactly, and then I want you to go and then decrease the opacity drastically. Okay, drastically. And then which one is this? Oh, that's the color white. I'll drag it closer to her face too. Okay, so I feel like this is better. I'll call it white glow. Guys, sometimes you need to name your layers a little bit as well, so that you don't get confused along the way. I'll call it yellow glow. Sadly. And then we are not done yet. Let's go and pick this again, rectangle tool, and then just drag and create a rectangle there. And then you want to make sure your stroke is off. Okay, now click on the fill and come and pick the yellow color. Well, let's pick this one. Yeah, the dark brown, the exact color we gave to this as well. Okay, now I feel like every single one of them, the stroke should be off. I feel like this one, the stroke is still on, so I'll give it no stroke. Excellent. And then with this, I'll also right click it and then create clipping mask. So we are done with that. We want to bring in some text. Let's click here and then let's go and pick our text. We're going to pick which one? Let's pick this one, and then I'm going to paste it in there. We are using one font throughout. We are going to be using Montserrat, so that's Montserrat that we are using right now. And then I'm going to set it to semi bold. I'll set the font size to 30 for now. We always have to customize it, so along the way. So I'll come back to auto. If I let me click on it and set it to 30 as well. Make it all caps here, make it color white if it's not color white already. Now click on your move tool and then let's drag it in here. So guys, you can see it's not really fitting, plus it's way outside this. So I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to drag the image. Where is the image? There's the image. Let's name it image. Okay, let's drag the image up like that. Sweet. Ooh, that's nice. All right, and then let's drag the rectangle up. Great. And then let's click on the inspire and then let's move inspire up. We want inspire to touch, exactly, we want it to touch the bottom of it, of the guide over here. And then I want us to give it some more a style. Let's just click and select this guard and then let's make it regular, and just doing that makes it much more interesting. I also click on it. I also feel like we should go and pick this and then just create, you know, a normal stroke there. Give it no stroke and then give the fill, let's leave the fill color white. Click on the M tool or the V tool to move it. Now you also want to make sure it is aligned with it. Now you can see it is taken out of it, so let's click on it and then let's do what we have to do. Let's just make it like that. drag it up and drag it here. Now let's click on this and then let's drag it there too. Now I know this can be cut, it doesn't really matter, but then the text is really important. Okay, so now that is it. You also want to pick it and then push this line there. That way we don't get confused along the way. One more thing, we need to bring our logo in there too. Let's drag our logo there and then let's position it like that. And then let's resize it more. Send it up more. Like that. And which one is this? Let's Ctrl T, let's see. We need to drag it down more. And then let's go back to the logo and bring the logo back in. Now I think this is pretty much this interesting. I'm going to put it in a group. All of it, I'm going to put it in a group. And then I'm going to call it page 1. So we have page 1 set now. Now we need to go to page 6. And this is page 6. What we have to do right now is let's drag this also over here a little bit. And then let's go and pick our text donate now. And then T, and then let's just paste it there, and then Ctrl V to paste it there. And then let's move it there like that. Okay. Now guys, I feel like there's a little issue there. I would like us to solve it. Okay. Now I want us to go to view again. Let's go to guards again. Let's go to new guards layout. This time I want you to take the margin away. Awesome. That's really important. Take the margins away. Okay. And then I'll click on okay. Now what you have is the perfect alignment. Perfect alignment. Okay. But now we have the ability to drag the line to hit here. And we have the ability to drag a line to hit here a little bit. Okay. Now this is really important. Also we have the ability to drag the line somewhere here. And we have the ability to drag the line somewhere here. We have the ability to drag the line somewhere here. Great. But remember that this is the main line. This is the main line. This is the main line. Okay, this is the main line. Don't forget that. Okay, so now let's move it there. Let it hit here as well and drag it in there. I like it to be here. Done it now. Now let's go and then let's work on the. We are using Montserrat. We are using let's use bold for it. And then let's set the font size to 22. We can totally resize it if we want to. Let's set the tracking to 0. Let's make it all caps, make it color white, and then also go to paragraph and make it left aligned. Now once you are done, I want you to now go back to the character. I want you to double click it, and then I want you to click on this, and I want you to click on the color and pick the background color. Great. Now I want you to select this, and then I want you to make it regular. Great. Now I want you to come and pick this, and then I want you to select from here. Guys, remember what I told you, that side all the way to this side. We will come back and totally recustomize everything again. Awesome. Let's go and set to no stroke. In fact, let's drag another line here, but then remember the real line starts from here. Okay, the real line starts from here, so we can totally do that. Let's drag it in there as well. That way we can bring in this logo closer to her face. Okay, so we have it this way. That is perfect. And let's close it. Now let's give this rectangle, double click it, and come and pick any background yellowish color. We're going to stick with this color throughout. And also make sure there's no stroke, really important. Drag it underneath donate and drag donate to touch the top of it. top of it now. And now let's go and pick this text, copy it, and then duplicate donate, and then hold shift and then drag it down, and then double click it and then paste it there. Also, let's click on our character, and then let's work on the details. We are using Montserrat, we are using medium for it, and then the font size we want to use is 12. Awesome. And then let's go the tracking, let's set the tracking to 0 for now. Let's set it to color white because we want to make it a little bit contrasty. And then the leading here, let's set the leading to 20. Let's see, let's set it to the leading to 15. Okay, so let's set the leading to 18, and then that will be it. Great. Let's move it up more. So the leading is 18. Now we can click on our rectangle and then drag it up. Drag it up. Okay. And then we'll duplicate that one and then drag it down all the way here as well. And let's go and pick the details of it. Now double click it and then paste it there. You want to name these 3. We want to name them donate. And then this one, let's open the, we are using Montserrat, we are using medium for it. Let's use bold for it. And then let's use size 14, not 12. And then over here, let's set it to 20. Let's set it to 24. Let's see, 24. Okay, 24 it is. The tracking to 0, setting it to white, and then let's take this one off. Okay, it looks better now. Let's drag it up. But let's close this one. Click on your move tool and then let's drag it up. Great. Now let's duplicate donate and then let's bring it down. And you want to open it. If I drag the whole thing on top and then click on the 2 text in there, drag it up like that. And then let's go and pick the rest of the details. You want to pick contact us. Click on donate and then paste it there. And then you want to select us. You want to also set the color to color white. And then you want to set this one to medium. Let's set it to regular. Alright, regular it is. Then let's also pick these details, the contact, and then let's paste it there. Right click it and then paste without formatting. Let's open our character and then we are going to set it to Montserrat. We are going to set it to medium. We are setting the font size to 12. Let's set the tracking to 13 and then let's set it to color white. Let's make it all caps as well, and then let's bring it closer. Let's duplicate it and then let's bring it down, and then let's pick the next one, which is the email. Let's duplicate it and then let's bring it down, and then let's go and pick the website. Excellent. Now I feel like we should also resize this a bit more. Now I'm going to select the 4 of them and then I'll click on my move tool and then I'll click on this particular one to distribute it evenly. Nice. So we are done with that. Let's click and call it contact. Now the rectangle also is placed like this. It looks perfect. It looks great. We will work on this as well, but don't worry. Let's work on it now. Page 1, click on it like that. and then bring your lines, Control H to bring your lines, click on the selection tool, drag it like that all the way here, that way, and click on your mask. It solves the whole problem. So you can see it trims it nicely into the mask. Now this particular one, you want to put it in a group also and call it, what should we call it? Let's call it list, and put it in a group. So we are done with these two. We are not done totally, so let's drag this one down as well. And then you want to open it and you want to delete the yellow rectangle from it. Now you also want to come and pick become a sponsor today, and then double click on it and then paste it, and then delete these ones, delete the two of them, and then let's click on this. Let's set it to color white so we can see it. Let's move the contact down a little bit more. If you are struggling with it, it's because auto select is selected. Just uncheck it, that way you can easily move things around. And become a sponsor looks quite funny, right? So let's work on it. Let's Control H for our lines to show. Let's work on it. Become a sponsor today. We are using Montserrat, and then we are setting it to bold for now. Also, let's set the font size to 22. The tracking, let's set it to 24. Okay, make the tracking 0. The leading is 24. Sorry, I keep on confusing myself. All caps here, color white at this side. And what really stands out for me, okay, so let's click on it. Let's set everything here to regular. What really stands out for me is the sponsor. So I am going to select it, and then I'll go to character. I'll set it to bold, and then I'll click on the color here and set it to color yellow as well. That way I achieve a very cool, effect with it. Then I'll come back and come and pick all these details, copy it, and then double click on, no, not that one, this one, and then paste it. Now let's go to our character and then let's do some few editing. We are using Montserrat, we are using medium, we are using 12 for the size, which is totally okay. We can customize it more. And then we are using 17 for the leading. Let's see how it looks like. And then we want to take this one off. We don't want it to be all caps. And then what else? Let's make it all italics. So let's go there and then let's look for medium italics. Okay, and then let's see. Double click it and then pick all up to this point. Click on the color and choose color yellow. And I think we are okay. Now I'll drag it closer to that one. Let's see how it looks like. I feel like at this point it's okay. So I'm going to call the group sponsor. Then I'll put 1, 2, 3, 4 in a group also, and then I'll call it page 6. We are done with page 1 and page 6. Now we are left with the final page, which is page 5. And so I'll click on new layer again, and then this time I am just going straight to copy this. Open it, duplicate, donate, and drag it outside it. Click on my move to hold shift and then drag it that way. I just want the donate to hit the line there. Open it and delete it. Great. I'll click on it, come here and come and pick white. Then I would double click it and then paste it. Now let me hide this one. Let's work on the core values. Now it's Montserrat. Let's go to character. Let's go. We are setting it to semi bold. And then we are going to click on it and pick these ones and then choose regular for it, and then pick the core values and then set it to yellow. Pick the yellow here. Now of course we are going to set it to 22, and then the track we are going to set it to 24. Awesome. And let's set the tracking to 0, the leading to 24, the tracking to 0, make it all caps, and we don't want it to be italic. Okay, but then here's the thing, it's too close to the line, so we have an option that we can use. You have to go to the tracking and make it -30, brings it quite closer, and then we just solves the issue for us. Now let's bring this one back in and then hold shift and then drag it down a little bit more, and then let's go and pick the rest of the details. We're going to pick it all the way from here to the top, and then I'm going to click on my text tool. I want to do something. I want to select it and drag it all the way down like that, and then release it. Right click it and then paste it. Awesome. Now I also don't want it to be capped, so I'm going to click here, and then I will delete this one. I don't really need it. Click on it, click on my move tool, and then move it up. Awesome. We are using Montserrat, we are using medium, we are using 12, we are using, let's use 18 over here, and then the tracking, let's set it to 0, and let's see how I think it looks great. It looks great. Also we are going to double click it, and then let's pick integrity, change the color to yellow. Okay, pick excellency, change the color to yellow. Okay, pick accountability, change the color to yellow. Okay, choose respect man, change the color to yellow. Okay, and then choose teamwork, change the color to yellow. Click on okay. I feel like this is good. So we are done with that one. I'd like to duplicate it again and then bring it down, holding shift and bringing it down. But then I'm going to call this one core values. And then what is this one? We're going to delete that one, created it by mistake. So delete this one. We are going to call it funded. That's this particular group. Let's open it and then let's replace the information in it. How is the foundation funded? Double click on it and then right click and then paste it there. Now this is the question that we have to find out which one is really important. I feel like funded is important, so I am going to highlight all things else, set it to regular, and then click on the color and set it to color white. Click on OK. Just achieved what I was looking for, and then pick all this information, copy it, and then double click on it and then paste it. But then we want the color to be color white, so we're going to click there and set it to color white. Okay, then I think it looks great. Also, we would duplicate it and then drag it down, and then let's go and pick our slogan and then paste it there. Click on your move to hold shift and then drag it in the middle there like that, and then double click it. We want to pick slogan, change the color to color yellow. Now we are really trying to utilize the colors, the brand colors. Let's pick this one, the rectangular tool, and then just create a normal rectangle like that. Let's make sure the stroke is off and then the fill, let's set it to the yellow fill also. I'm going to put these two in a group, and then I'm going to call it page 5. Now guys, here is it. We are totally done with our trifold. And so if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel as well. And then most importantly, don't forget to comment as well and share this video. I love you all guys. See you in the next video. Peace out.